Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Aina Batisha binti Nizam.
And I'm Alia Christina binti Abdul Ghani.
And my name is Anis Najwa binti Abdul Hamid.
So today we're going to talk about gender equality in Malaysia. I think before we start, what do you guys know about gender equality?
I think it's about men and women are not treated the same and not given the same treatment by the society.
I totally agree with you on that, Christina. For me, I truly believe that gender equality is an issue that we have been facing since back then. I think that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, from my point of view, gender inequality is something that people nowadays face, even though we're living in 2025, right? But these stereotypes still lingering around us, and so today we want to talk about it. So first of all, I was reading some statistics yesterday.
Yeah.
Women only make up 13.5% of parliament and just 16.1% of cabinet positions in Malaysia. That's shockingly low.
Yes, that is so sad.
Yeah, for me, it's quite disappointing, especially when you think about how women are equally represented, whether in universities and even in entry level jobs. So, but somehow, when it comes to the leadership, the numbers just drop.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like there's this invisible ceiling. Even in the corporate world, women hold only about 21% of board position in public listed companies and about 25% of managerial roles overall. That's a really big gap.
Yes. And I say the numbers really say a lot about how far we still have to go. What frustrates me is that women are clearly qualified, so it's clearly not about quality.
Yeah.
It's something structural.
Well, I think part of it has to do with how society still sees the gender roles. For example, men are often seen as the natural leaders or decision makers, like, for example, our father, like the head of the family, work as a breadwinners, while women are expected to focus on the family. I mean, most of women are expected to take care of their children and their husband. It's the mindset who sets it in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, those traditional roles really run deep down the histories. Even today, many people think that a woman's primary job is just to take care of the home and to take care of their children and their family. So when women do go into the leadership position, they face a lot of skepticisms, which is very sad.
Yeah, and that's tied to the workforce participation issue. Women have high tertiary education rates, which is mean women can become intelligent too. But the labor participation rate is still much lower than men. So many women leave the workforce after marriage or childbirth because of household and caregiving duties, which is people still think like it's women's job.
I totally relate to that because I've seen many people from my personal experience. I've seen many people who left their jobs after they're having kids because it was impossible to juggle both in like taking care of your children and also working at the same time. So, and basically there is not enough affordable childcare this day, and workplaces aren't always flexible for you to bring your children with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Now that we have covered women in leadership and the
Yes.
workforce, let's move into another area where gender inequality still exists, which is sports. It's one of the clearest reflections of how society values men and women differently.
Well, true. Basically, sports are often called as mirror of society. If you look at how male and female athletes are treated, paid, or even portrayed in media, it really exposes like ongoing gender bias.
Exactly. Men football or badminton tournament get massive coverage, while massive coverage and sponsorship and fan support, while women teams often struggle for basic funds. It's not about skill, it's more about how the system prioritizes men's sports over women's sports.
And plus, the pay gap is shocking. In some countries, male athletes earn 10 times more than female athletes
Yeah.
for playing in the same tournament. Even in Malaysia, rewards and facilities show a clear difference, which is not exactly how we need to have.
Yeah, I mean, like if you see in Malaysia, like Malaysian athletes achieve amazing results, such as Nicole David, Pandalena Rinong, and Go Liu Ying, are just a few examples. There's a lot of athletes that got publicity. They achieve a very good result, but as you can see, a male athletes often receive more publicity,
Yeah.
while even the female athletes also achieve the same thing as them.
Yeah. I would like to give an example. Nicole David was one of the ranked world number one in squash for 9 years, which is a lot of years. Yet we rarely see her highlighted as much as the male footballer or shuttler, which is very sad because she has so much potential and she has so much exposure that we need to give to her.
Yeah, and from my point of view, media representation plays a huge role. Coverage often focuses on how females look rather than their performance, which is what their outfit, what their style, instead of what they're doing, which is playing sports. And something male athletes rarely face.
Yes, and that focus can be very discouraging.
Yeah.
Discouraging because it shows how women are still judged on looks more than talents. I read an article that described a tennis player's outfit but barely mentioned her skills. I mean, it is not fair because it's a tournament. Their playing sport is not a fashion show. Why are we more focusing on the appearance rather than the talents they have?
Yes, I totally agree with you. Sports should be about performance, not about the outfit or anything like that. Media bias affects public perceptions, making women's sports seem less important, less serious, and influencing funding and viewership. Makes like they don't really take women's sports seriously because they think like it's not as important as men's sports.
Agree on that.
And also, many women's teams train with outdated equipment or travel without sponsorship.
Wow.
Meanwhile, male teams have the latest gear and full support, which is full sponsorship.
Yeah.
Exactly. And for me, government and sport organization play a major role because equal allocation of resources isn't just fair because it maximizes potential.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. For me, like equal support improve overall sports quality. Like it can increase the talents, more competition, more pride at international events, and it can equally benefits everyone, not just the woman itself, but the men also.
Yeah, and opportunities in coaching and management are also limited for women. Many decisions about women's sport are still made by men.
I totally agree on that because male dominated communities sometimes don't understand what female athletes needs, whether it's a maternity support, flexible schedules, or a comfortable uniforms, because we all know that the needs that we need as women is basically different than what men need.
Yes, totally agree. The International Olympic Committee encourages gender balance in leadership roles. It's slowly, but we can see more female referees, coaches, and board members, but the progress is still a bit slow, and I think we need to
Increase,
upgrade our system and everything to like fasten the progress.
Yeah, on a positive note, more young women are joining sports at grassroots levels, which is primary school and kindergarten, and social media highlights female athletes' achievements more than before.
Yeah, and in today's generation, we have a lot of platforms like TikTok and Instagram, and it allow female athletes to share their stories directly with fans. And visibility builds confidence and inspires younger girls to be like them.
Yeah, I especially agree with that because many youngsters nowadays grow up watching TikTok, going surfing online. I think that can help them a lot, inspire them because representation really matters when it comes to our generation, to especially young girls. When girls see someone outstanding figures like Panalila Rinong winning Olympic medals, they believe that I can do that too. It breaks the stereotype that I cannot do this, I cannot do that just because I'm a woman.
Yeah, like for example, like, oh, we cannot do that. Women don't do that. Women have to be a lady. Like,
Yes.
sport is for men. We can
Yes.
break that stereotypes.
Yeah, it can make them be open-minded, and also cultural expectations also limit participation. In some societies, girls are discouraged from sports for being unfeminine, which
Exactly.
is yeah. When women participate in sports, they call it just masculinity, but unfeminine. Why we have that kind of stigma?
Because you guys know, like, not all families, but some families sometimes stop daughters from joining sport teams because they are worried that, oh, it's not ladylike or will affect studies. Well, from that we can see that gender expectations start very early from your family as the agent.
From that, we can see that education is very important. I think like schools should promote more sports equally to all boys and girls because like I think both parties should have the same influence, the same expose because participation can build confidence, teamwork, and leaderships equally.
Yes, absolutely agree with you. I think gender equality in sports should begin in schools, which is in schools we have equal facilities, encouragement, and also support from the teachers and also peers.
Yeah, and sometimes I believe that language matters too, because women's achievements are often described as incredible for a woman, but while men are simply incredible, because why do we have to make an exclusion? Because why women need to have that stigma like women are low than men, so when they achieve something, oh, it's incredible for a woman. Why don't we stand on the same level? If it's incredible for a woman, then it's incredible for a man.
I don't think we should differentiate it.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
Commentary often praises male strengths and skills, while women are always called graceful or emotional, which is a bit weird and it's like kind of overshadowing her talent and work. It kind of shows like the subtle difference shapes audience perceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and rules sometimes aren't fair. Female beach handball players were fined for refusing bikinis. They wanted shorts like men. Public backlash eventually changed that.
That's absurd.
Yeah, they should have what they needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shouldn't like be forced to do anything
Yeah,
out
exactly.
of the
When
rule.
we playing sport, is it comfortable if we wear
Yeah.
bikinis? We need a special attire for specific
Yeah, it should be
sports.
equal to both gender.
Yeah.
If men can wear that, why can't we as women wear that too?
Yeah.
Because I believe that policies respecting athletes' dignity will make women feel safe and supported because it's about respect, not appearance.
Yeah. Apart from that, harassment and abuse should also remain a major issue in this women's sports field. Female athletes face inappropriate comments or worse. I think like a strict regulation and self-reporting are always needed to like protect this female athlete from getting all this harassment, sexual assault, and others.
Yeah, and safe spaces should be a priority. Awareness campaigns and codes of conduct can make a difference, which is with this we can have the all the women's need to support them from being unused for others.
Yeah, and male allies are very important too because when men speaking out for equality, it shows it's a fairness issue, not just a woman's issue. Because on this issue, we see that like the priority is more for men. So when men starts talking about it, it shows that men are aware about it.
Yeah.
So it's a big issue because it's not just about women, it's a men too. When men start speaking out about it, they're speaking out for women. So it means that the issues becomes very serious and both parties take part for it.
I also think that mixed gender sports also show an equality. This is because a mixed doubles in badminton, for example, require an equal skills and teamwork from both genders. Because while doing the sports, we can like unintentionally shows that both parties are very talented and it doesn't make us seems like, oh, the men are the only one that is good at sports. Like the women also are good at sports, but it's also
Yeah.
often overshadowed just because people have this typical stereotype that women cannot do sports. Like men are more professional in sports. It's not something like that.
Agree.
Yeah, absolutely agree with your statement, which is Malaysia has done well in mixed events. I I remember I watched every mixed match in badminton.
Yeah.
Like we have a great achievement in that doubles, and I absolutely support them. And this showing that cooperation across genders leads to success, which is we can success even though it's different, women and men in the same field. It doesn't matter.
Based on what we have talked about, like looking ahead, equal funding, media responsibility, education, and leadership opportunities for women can advance more equality for both men and women in sports.
Yes, gender equality in sport isn't just about medals. It's about fairness, dignity, and empowering potential because it can also encourage youngsters to step outside their comfort zone and like try new things and discovering what they want. Because like by doing that, they can like feel encouraged to step in the certain field that they want.
Yeah, and this is to conclude that when sports are inclusive, society becomes more balanced too.
Exactly. So now we have the ultimate goal, which is ability matters more than gender. Everyone can dream equally. They can, which is to stand on the same podium, under the same flag, with equal respect. Just because you are a woman doesn't mean you can do anything you like. You can join any sports you want to. Just because women are more into feminine things doesn't mean they cannot join football. Doesn't mean they cannot join active sports like rugby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't mean they cannot join like a masculine sports. Doesn't mean they cannot outdo the men. Doesn't mean like they're not bad. They're not any better from the men. Like yeah,
Yeah, and when it comes to sports, it's about
talent.
our own potential
Yeah,
and also
agree.
talents. It's not about gender, guys. And the next one is moving on. Another area where gender expectations are obvious is beauty standards.
Oh my god, beauty standards.
Society places huge pressure on how we should look.
Exactly. When we're talking about beauty standards, especially for women, have you guys heard about it before? Slim, tall, fair skin, perfectly groomed. They call that's the ideal because men face expectation too,
Yeah.
but it's harsher for the women.
yes. I think like this standard affects confidence, career opportunities, and mental health. Social media, filters, beauty apps, and advertisement shows what an ideal image of a woman constantly should look like, which is not true. Like it doesn't mean like we should look certain ways to feel more beautiful. It doesn't mean like if you have like a big nose, you're not beautiful. Like beautiful is subjective. It doesn't mean like you're only beautiful if you have a button nose, skinny.
Exactly.
No, it doesn't determine like you're beautiful if you have all that.
Yeah, and as the saying goes, beauty comes from within. Whatever you look, you need to be beauty from inside.
Yes,
And
exactly.
also, even celebrities and influencers contribute. Young people compare themselves to unrealistic images, causing anxiety and low self-esteem.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, in Malaysia, fair skin is often considered as more desirable. Like people feel pressure to use whitening product or avoid the sun. I mean, like, why do we have to force ourselves to get out of our real nature to be something that are not us? Like, you should embrace yourself, whether it's a tan skin, it's a fair skin. I think like every skin beautiful and it's special in its own way. So when you're using that whitening product, like avoiding the sun, it's like you're harming yourself just to uh,
Please the standard.
reach the standard.
Yeah, I think like I've known a lot of friends who like avoid doing sport that they like running, like basketball or anything like that because they were afraid to get their skin burned. They don't want to look dark because like for them like being dark skin is like bad and it's not pretty. It's like ugly, which is not true because like tan skin is very beautiful. Overseas, men often like go for like tan skin girls because they think like tan skin is beautiful. And for me, I think like not only that, body shape policy play a big role too because women are always praised for being thin, but when they are a bit fat, they will always get insulted. While men, they will always praised for having muscles. Both can be unhealthy ideas, yet society applauds for them.
Yeah, and I think in nowadays, social media is a huge factor. Like what we can see, everyone have Instagram, everyone have TikTok.
Facebook,
Yeah, Facebook,
Snapchat
Snapchat,
lah, everything.
everything are promoting this unhealthy. And Instagram and TikTok show edited photos,
Exactly.
filters, and also we have artificial intelligence right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and filters and cosmetic enhancements. And those images are unrealistic actually.
Yeah, exactly. So when we, as the audience, we watch that, and most of them tend to get influenced.
Yes.
Oh, I want to be like that. I want to be that pretty, that fair skin, clear skin. But while if you look in the real life, they are just the same like us.
Yeah, like recently, I think last year, like Kim Kardashian went viral on every platform because, like, on her red carpet appearance, she appeared very slim and she had like this hourglass body. And many youngsters like tend to be like her, like doing like extreme diets, not eating for a few days, just drinking water, which are very dangerous for everyone. And like people were like thinking like she achieved that like naturally, which is not impossible. She did admit that she got a surgery done. Yeah. So like
Surgery.
she set the standard for the youngsters that for you to be beautiful, you need to have a hourglass body. You need to go under the knife, do something to your body, which is not healthy for me. I think like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so based on what Christina has said, like the models, like advertising, reinforce the standards because models usually fit the ideal, whether they have a long legs, a flawless skin, perfect hairs, and others are rarely shown. Like, why do we have to to change ourselves just to fit the standards?
Yeah, I think like the youngsters remember that social media is fake. Nothing is real. We won't show the bad things in social media. Like everything that they are showing in social media is fake, and it's either like overshadow, it's either like sugarcoat. It's not real, okay, guys. Like, but there's also like positive trends that still exist, which is brands are embracing diversity, like different body types, skin tones, ages, and abilities. It's slowly but surely, like the whole nation are challenged to change our mindsets and like to be better and to improve.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the movements like body positivity, self love remind people that beauty isn't one size fits all. And confidence matters more than fitting a stereotype. And you need to remember that all of those you've seen in the social media can be fake.
Yeah, because why do some people think like, oh, being fat will make me feel unlovable? Like nobody will like me, will love me if I'm fat. Because sometimes, maybe in real life, maybe when you get into public transportation, maybe you can see an actual life situation. Maybe when you finally see a couple, a girl and a man, maybe they did not fit beauty standards, but they still love each other unconditionally.
I think that's very true. Like as I said before, like beauty is subjective. Some people find like skinny people pretty, but some find that skinny people is not that pretty because we have our own projection of mind what is beautiful for us. That not everybody thinks the same way as we do. Right?
Exactly. So like the beauty standard is actually not valid at all because why do we have to force ourselves to be something that we are not? Maybe others' perception is different than ours. Maybe some find it beautiful, some find it not. So I think like instead of following the beauty standards, maybe we should find someone that can embrace and love us for being us. It's important for us to love ourselves first, to embrace the flaws, the things that we dislike in us.
Yeah, and what so-called beauty standards is, I think it's absurd because beauty is subjective.
Exactly.
Yeah, you may like tan skin.
Yeah.
You may like fair skin.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to have a standards for beauty. because we all know that beauty is subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for that, I think education is very important. Like schools can teach media literacy, which image are edited and beauty standards are socially constructed.
Yes, like I think family responsibility also matters too. Like they could encourage their children to value kindness, creativities, and also like an intelligence over looks, countered like pressure,
Yeah,
societal pressure. Like I think like parents like play a really huge role in this because they should start like teaching their child self love since they were very young, because if they teach it from a very young age, it's very hard for like outsiders or strangers to like get on their nerve. Like if like some strangers was like insulting them, it doesn't get to their head. They have like a strong standing and opinion and mindset. They were like, I'm beautiful for who I am. The beauty standard doesn't affect me, or something like that.
and did you know that like the beauty standard also can come from parents themselves?
Yeah.
Because you know, like there's some toxic mothers or toxic parents that teach their child, oh, you should not eat that much. You should not play that. You cannot be fat. You cannot be tan. You have to be pretty perfect, like a porcelain or a doll. So I think like we should change that mindset even from the family. What do you think about it?
Yeah, absolutely agree with that because we, as a human, we are growing with our parents, and the education that our parents give to us is really matters. Because in this point of view, we think that parents shouldn't have that stigma because
Exactly.
and you guys know like parental education is really important. So for those parents out there, please don't put on nerve on your kids because not everyone can fit into their own standards. Like
Yeah,
what is it?
I
Beauty is
think like
subjective.
one of the example is like, do you guys know Gigi Hadid?
Yeah,
She's
we
a
know
very
her.
well-known model, but you guys know how like her mother,
Oh yeah, I know about
yeah,
that.
Pressure and
her own mother put this like this way of thinking of like, you need to be skinny. You cannot play rugby because you're a girl, and the way she eats is very very absurd. Like
Yeah.
she even on her birthday, she didn't even get a full slice of cake. She gets like this very tiny piece of cake, and even that, when she was like having an anxiety and was like about to collapse because of hunger, the only thing her mother said was like, just choose some almond, which is very absurd of a mother
Yeah.
to do that. Like the projection of thinking that she put on her child is very extreme.
yeah,
So I think apart from the families itself, we're going to talk about a treatment. For example, like cosmetic treatment. What do you think about it, Aina?
and I think cosmetic treatments and skin whitening are normalized.
Yeah.
Choice,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, choice is fine, but pressure to confirm is quite boring.
Yeah, because as you can see, like these days in TikTok, mostly in
Yeah,
TikTok, a lot of influencers or
they promote.
yeah, they're creating a product. They promote a whitening soap or injection, which is
Yes.
it's actually can be very harmful for our health, and some might have like aware about the damage behind it, but some are not. They are tend to follow it, to do it because of the pressure.
Yeah.
It has become like the case has become a bit concerning because in Malaysia, a couple of years from now, like there's a lot of cases that we discover and we see on the news lately, because there's this like sickness that they need to go under the surgery. They were having like organ failure because like these whitening products and injection and everything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
also
very
cause
concerning.
cause death actually. We
Yeah.
can die from
It can
that.
be deadly,
Yeah.
guys.
It's very concerning for our next generations.
Yeah,
It can be like very harmful to our mental health too, right?
yeah.
Because why are we pressured to follow the beauty standards? And for me, it's about empowerment versus pressure. Choosing for oneself is empowering, but doing it for approval shows societal bias.
Yes, that's true. Like I think like the representation in media too should show varieties, like a variety in beauty, like
Yeah.
tall, short, dark skins,
Yeah.
curvy, slim, natural. It could shift the perception of the beauty standard. Like it could shift like, so people could think being slim is not the only way to become beautiful. If you're curvy, you're still beautiful. If
Yeah.
you're dark skin, you're beautiful girl. There's nothing you should change about yourself.
Yeah, and in this point, it's not just about women. Men face pressure too.
Exactly.
Yeah, same goes to women. May society rarely addresses male body image issues, but muscular, tall, strong ideals affect confidence.
Yeah, because all of this pressure starts young. Like when we were a child, we're playing with dolls, we watch cartoons, and we watch advertisement in the TV. All of this, they promote a narrow standards and shaping a self-image early. Because sometimes, like the dolls have to be perfect. Do you know Barbie?
Yes,
Yeah,
Barbie and
like-
Ken. Ken.
Yeah, Ken
Yes,
and
I
Barbie.
think back then they don't have like this diversity in dolls.
Oh,
Yeah.
just like now,
Yeah,
right?
most of the dolls they only have a light skin dolls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now we
During
have
the
variety.
now we only know that we have a variety diversity of dolls. Barbie in dark skin, Barbie
Yeah.
wearing hijab,
A short Barbie.
yeah,
Yeah.
short
The one with the
Barbie.
syndrome. You know that?
Yeah, Down syndrome.
This shows that people are know about
Yeah,
this.
we are
people
aware
are
about
trying-
it now.
Yeah,
we are-
people are slowly like recognizing
yeah,
this
changing
problem.
their
Yeah,
own
it's like
perspectives.
we're embracing the difference
Yeah.
between us.
Yeah. I think like social media campaign hashtags and inclusive fashion shows challenge stereotypes and could normalize diversity in our like society, because we could like think like, oh, this is normal, being this, being different is normal, and we could change that easily.
And I also think that peer influence is powerful. We have friends, we are besties, and
Oh.
this shows that friends can reinforce unrealistic standards or support self-confidence.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think like
exactly.
a friend is very close to us who can like give us self-love talks, give us confidence, encourage
Yeah.
us to do whatever we want, to wear whatever we want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, there should be no judgment between
Yeah.
us. I mean, like, my roommates, my classmates, like, my friends here, they always encourage me to wear makeup, to do anything I want. And I absolutely appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, we can be ourselves when we with our friends.
Yes, I also think that embracing multiple standards reduces pressure, promotes mental well-being, and it could also help and let everyone feel value at the same time. Like they feel appreciated, they feel loved, and whatever is more.
Yeah. And equality in beauty is as important as equality in sports, education, or the workplace. Everyone should be free to be themselves.
Agree.
Exactly. It's fine to be short, it's fine to be tall. You don't have to fit the standards.
Yeah.
Because the goal is not to ignore the appearance, but to prevent unrealistic expectation from defining self-worth. Just because you are different from everyone else doesn't mean you
don't
are
fit
less
into-
yeah,
yeah.
you are less valued than them. You don't
Yes.
have to follow the beauty standards that are created by the influencer from the social media. It's fine to be you, it's fine to be yourself, it's fine to be different than others.
Yeah.
Like shifting mindset is also like can help us to create a healthier, more inclusive society where like everyone feels confident in their own skins. Like
Exactly.
they don't have to feel like I don't want to step outside my home, I don't want to go outside because I look fat, I'm not this, I'm curvy, I don't have a slim body. We don't have to like feel something like that, because we should feel comfortable, we should feel free, we should feel appreciated, and we should feel like happy going outside, not just like thinking that we don't want to go outside just because we're this or that and we're not confident enough.
And yeah, to conclude all of our discussion, celebrating diversity and authenticity is the ultimate answers to unfair beauty standards.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
And I think I want to ask you guys about some questions.
Yeah, go on. I know.
Yeah. Do you have any other gender inequality that you have faced?
Um, I think I also have that because like back then when I was like doing sports, I didn't get much attention from my coach. Like running, I do the 100-meter running. I didn't get as much as training from my coach because I was a girl. They mainly focus on the boys because the boys like seem as like more professional and yeah, so
More
on.
athletic.
Yes.
Yeah, and for me, I think it's about mental health, which is people often look that men should be more, how to say, men shouldn't show their own colors, which is they cannot clearly shows their own emotions out
Oh,
there.
like men should be masculine.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
cannot be
men
soft.
shouldn't cry. And
Yes.
do you guys agree with the statement that men shouldn't cry?
No.
Exactly, no.
Because I think like a cry is like a feeling that you cannot stop. Like every human being comes with a package of like crying, happy, like that's
Yeah,
a feeling for
basically
for
an
people.
emotion.
Yeah.
So when society put the standards, oh, men should not cry, men should stay strong, I think it's not fair because emotion is for everyone. Just like Christina said, we came with a package to be happy, to be sad. So why we as a woman can cry when we are being sad, we are being pressured or stressed out, but men cannot? Where's the equality in that? Because we are human being. Emotion should be equal to any human being.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think mental health is a big concern. Constant comparison to idealized images can lead to depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and also body dysmorphia.
Yes, I totally agree with that because I used to have a eating disorder called bulimia. You guys know
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I always feel like I don't like to eat. I want to like control my body weight. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I will binge eating so bad. And after that binge eating session, I would feel like very bad about myself. I would start throwing up. I start to force myself throwing up because I feel bad. I shouldn't eat, and I will start to blame myself. It's like a big concern for me.
yeah, it's actually very sad on how the way society put the standards on us, and now we have to follow it. Like just what Isna just said, it was such a very sad experience, and me myself hearing that, it's quite sad for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, and also I think like when we as women experience like body issues, want to be thin, skinnier, like men also faces the same thing, but in a different aspect. Like for example, have you guys seen like in social media, um, where a skinny man to be
Yeah.
exact, they like force themselves to eat a lot of steroid, protein,
Yeah,
a lot of
protein.
protein to build a muscle, and most of them struggling with body image to be
Six pack,
yeah, to have six pack, a big muscle.
biceps.
Because what's wrong with men being skinny? And I mean, like, should not. Why don't we just appreciate, embrace any body types? It's not only applied to women but men also. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I think the main thing is how we need to maintain our health. Is we don't care about how we've been how to say muscular, how good looking, but it's just about how we need to prove that ourselves that we are in a healthy condition. That's the most important thing after all, right?
Yes,
You
I
know?
think that like the self comparison is very critical because limiting social media, focusing on personal achievement, and practicing gratitude can help combat this negative self image because it can help us from thinking this way and that way. Could like slowly nurture our like thought to change.
Yeah, and in this problem, I think counseling and workshops in schools can also help students build resilience and understand that beauty is diverse.
Yeah, agree. Because apart from family, I think like school is a very important agent too, because we should start teaching the kids, especially for us, like a future teacher. Maybe when we're starting to teach kid in primary school, we should teach them that beauty is subjective. Beauty is
within you.
within you. It's a lot. It's more than the surface only. Like maybe like since the child is a kid, we should
Yeah.
teach them that they should love and embrace themselves. They don't have to follow the standards that people have created.
Yeah. They don't have to achieve that specific, how to say, standards to fit in the society.
Yeah.
That's true. I agree with that.
And do you guys have any more to add into this?
Okay, like for now, I think why don't we share like our experience about these beauty standards? Have you guys experienced like a situation where it can shows about the beauty standards?
For me, it's about skin color, I guess.
Yeah.
But it happened nowadays, like how to be fair and how we need to have a specific cosmetics in lighter shade so that we can fit into the fair skin tone. Like yeah, and I
think
think
like
that's it.
one of like the popular trend nowadays is like to wear braces. You guys know that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that is like one of the beauty standard that has been set to the society. Like I myself have worn braces back then because I like have a crooked teeth, and back then I also get like insult a lot because of my crooked teeth, and that kind of like drove me to the path where I was like I want to get braces, and after that I did get braces. I wore it for about like 4 to 5 years, something like that. And this year is the year that I just got my braces off.
Oh.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Like this is one of the beauty standards.
And what about you?
Yeah, do you
Such an
have one?
experience. I have like experience too. Like when I was a child, I growing up as a fat kid. Not a fat, but the type of body that did not fit the ideal standard. So like growing up fat and darker than you should be is very hard because people around you is not very supportive. And until now, I'm still struggling with the perception of back then because when you are being reminded that oh back then you are dark, you are ugly, people don't like you. So when you're as you're growing older, the flashback is always live with you.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
even
haunting you, like
even when you're different now, maybe you get like slimmer, you're not in your old body anymore, you grow out of that children body, you got your skin is not as tan as back then, but still I think I'm still struggling to love myself because it reminds me of the past on how people used to talk about me. So those things it brings trauma. So it's not like trauma, but it's something that you cannot leave behind. It's something that you bring with you until now.
Seriously.
like we grow, but the memory is still there.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to love yourself because oh maybe you're prettier now, you look better now, but still the image is still in there.
Yeah, like there's this content on TikTok where like someone was saying like it's weird getting compliments from people saying like she's beautiful or whatever because back then she used to be like this and this. Yeah, she doesn't fit the beauty standards and everyone would hate on her. So when everyone like when anybody tell her like you're so pretty and you're so amazing or whatever, she doesn't believe it because the mindset has still like stuck to hers even after now. It's very hard to change that mindset and remove that mindset.
Yeah.
So do we want to sum up all of this?
Yeah.
I think we should.
For me, gender and society, it consists a lot of things, whether it's from sport, like women and men's gender role. It can be from mental health, beauty standards, and gender and the equality. It comes in a lot of aspects.
Yes, I also think the same. Like gender equality is like it's a huge problem. It's not just starts from these days, yesterday. It's taking back to like century ago. This happened century ago, but this problem and this issue haven't been solved yet. So like I think we need to take a proactive measure to like change and to change the narrative, like change and everything, and like upgrade ourselves and stop this kind of mindset and like actions. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's really true. And all of this is about how we carry our own self and how we cope with these matters. And I think like for now it's all about mindset and how mature you are.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so
I think like these issues, the inequality, it should end with us.
Yeah, you don't need to carry it out to the next generation.
I think like we should stop it so that our future children, future generation could live like peacefully, happily. Like they don't have to experience what us and what the
Our ancestors
our
face.
ancestors faced back then. So like we need to start take the proactive actions now, like very seriously.
Yeah, how I want to conclude this with we need to find perfect in imperfection.
Yes.
Exactly. It's okay to be yourself.
Beauty is within you guys.
Self love.
Yeah.
Hashtag love yourself.
Bye.
Bye guys.